Grand Rising and priming powerful beings. Shout out to you. It's the Holistic Motivator, and today I'm going to talk about the transformative power of intention. It's so important to be intentional. The more you are intentional, the more you're literally creating your life how you want it. The more you're intentional, the more you are a creator of your life rather than a life creator rather than a life reactor. You don't react, you create. So if you want to go a certain place or you want to create a certain way of being, you have to be intentional about it. You can't just let it happen by chance. Things don't just happen by chance. If you let chance happen, then you, in 10, 20, 30 years, you wake up and you're like, where did I land? And you had no idea because you didn't set intentions every single day. So keep tapping into this episode of Ed Talks Daily as I talk about the transformative power of intention. Shout out to everybody listening all around the world. This is a podcast. Ed Talks Daily is all about growth in all aspects of your life. How do you solidify a healthy mind, body that will lead to in-tune spirit so you can have healthy relationships? So this is all about becoming the best version of yourself. That's why I do this podcast every day. So if you've been listening, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave a review. Go to edtalksdaily/reviews to leave a review. Also, text Ed Talks to my number. Text Ed Talks to 561-510-9605. I'm going to add you to text messaging tribe. I'm going to send you empowering text messages, affirmation, motivation, just a whole lot of stuff, movement, qigong exercises, just to help you live the holistic lifestyle. So shout out to everybody who's been listening and tapping into this podcast. I appreciate you. And one final announcement before I start. By going to holisticlifestyletribe.com, you can sign up and become part of the tribe. There you get access to something called Rise and Prime, where you can wake up every day at 7 a.m. Eastern, do mental health check-in, mindful movement, which is qigong personal development, and that's going to help you just like prime your day positively because you have an intention in the beginning of the day. So this goes right into the transformative power of intention. There is a law, and the law is called the law of intention. Usually we give our attention with an A to different things when we don't have an intention. So usually we give our attention to different things when we don't have an intention. So by that I mean, when you don't set the way where you want to go, you usually just go wherever anything comes up. So anything comes up, you probably, oh, okay, I'm there. Something comes up, I'm there. So you didn't really have a specific direction you were growing to. You didn't really have a specific intention. And because of the lack of intention, you perish for that. Because of the lack of you saying, I'm taking this step, you don't necessarily create your life. You just kind of like bear the life you don't want. So the thing I talk about every single week is this. You can prime yourself to a positive state. You can structure your life to get you what you want over time by having intention. Intention is everything. So the pulling power of intention, the pulling power of a vision is only strong as your intention. The pulling power of your vision is only as strong as your intention over time over time in the day. Healing happens with your intention over time. You wake up today, you say like, this is what I intend to do. This is how I intend to live. This is what I am accepting from myself. This is not what I'm accepting from myself. Every single day, by having that intent, you direct your life in a positive direction. So it's very important for you to have intention. Reason why most people don't set intentions is because they don't set time to sit alone and really think about where I want to go. A lot of people don't really sit and say, this is what I want to create. This is what I do. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. And because they're not thinking about that, they're not being intentional about how you're living. You're not being intentional about what you're doing next. You're kind of on autopilot. Autopilot is the result of not necessarily knowing where you want to go. Like, you didn't really set the destination. You didn't really set the GPS. So you're getting on autopilot anywhere, not knowing where you're going. Like, on autopilot going anywhere, not knowing where you're going to is literally insanity. right? Because now what's happening is, instead of being able to control instead of being able to control what you're going to do next, you're simply responding to what's happening next. Instead of being able to determine what step you're going to take, you're just looking back when you step in a puddle, or when you step in some and you're like, yo, how did I step into that? Well, you took the next step without thinking what the next step is. And that can be an issue. Taking the next step without saying, this is where I want to go, right? Getting on the car without setting the destination, right? So where do we begin? We must start from the beginning of the day. When you first wake up, ask yourself, what's my intention for today? We must begin with the beginning of the day. When we first rise, ask yourself, what is your intention for the day? Comment intention in the chat if you're tuned in. And share this video to 5 friends and comment done. So every single day that you rise, you have to think about, what is my intention for today? So if you did that every day, that would transform your life. So before I even get into the transformative power of intention, really think about you just setting up time, taking out a piece of paper, your journal, and saying, yo, this is my intention for today. This is my intention. This is what I intend to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I intend in my relationships. This is what I intend in how I'm managing my finances. This is my intention in how I'm going to be productive. This is my intention in my business. This is my intention in all aspects. So every single day, think of what are you intending to do and where you're intending to go. So then we must then put those intention into specified actions. So how do you put your intention into specified actions? Okay, so after you said, this is what I've intended, this is what I intend to do, you got to say, oh, this is the vehicle of carrying out that intention. So if it's your health and you focus on transforming your health, you got to look at your health and say, oh, this is what I intend to do with my body. I intend to lose weight. So what parameters am I going to set around my lifestyle this week to make that happen? What parameters am I going to put around my lifestyle this week? What are some things will I accept and not accept from myself? What are some dedications I've made that I'm going to stay in alignment with, I can be in one with, so I can remain in integrity? All of these things are very important, because the moment that you really think about, yes, this is where I want to go, but then you think about, this is how I'm going to structure my life to go there, then you're going to be more effective, not just having an intention, but then having a structure to put your intention to, called specified action. So yes, I intend to do this, but how does this look like when it's carried out? Yes, I intend to be at peace today, but how does that look like? How do I schedule that into? So you might be, okay, my intention is going to be scheduled into as breathing breaks. My intention is going to be scheduled into as me going out doing some qigong. My intention is going to be a walk. Or you're like, I want to improve that relationship. You're like, yo, how do I take this intention from just, oh, I want to improve my relationship, to specified actions? Oh, maybe I can make a call. Or maybe I can hang out with this person. Or maybe I can send a gratitude letter. I can send, what can you think of to carry out your intention? This is the vehicle, this is the boat that carries out your intention. And that's what is the transformative power of intention. Because it activates a part of your brain called the reticular activating system. Literally, intention sets the cell and it activates something called the RAS, reticular activating system. So when you set an intent, it literally brings into your conscious awareness the things that were probably already around you, but that you didn't notice because you didn't have that intention. You didn't ask, you didn't seek, you didn't knock, so the door was not opened up to you. So when you have an intention, that's how you open up the door to see possibilities that were right in front of you, but then now you see how those can carry out your intent. So everything outside is a resource to carry out what's inside, but you must have an intention in order for that to come out. So sometimes you say, don't judge me simply by how I act. Also judge me by what I intended to do. Because sometimes I may fail and what I intended to do, but just know my heart was in the right place to begin with. I was setting the sail to go to this direction, but something happened where I fell along the way and I fell, but at least I had an intention. That's also the constructive power of an intention. What it does is it creates a certain desire to live up to a standard, to live up to certain values, and like, yo, this is what I intended to do, create something positive, to do something good. So even though you might have little kinks and you might have little problems in between, because you intended on doing something good, you're able to have the courage, faith, belief, and integrity to keep doing what you're doing because you know why you started to do that thing in the first place. That's the transformative power of an intention. Transformative power of an intention keeps you aligned towards a vision. That's the pulling power of a vision. And then you keep going. Vision pulls you forward because you see it even when everybody else sees your flaws. Vision keeps you forward because you can see it in your imagination. You imaged it in, and faith holds it together. Vision pulls you forward, faith holds you together so you can keep moving every single day. And intention sets the GPS, which is the goal positioning system of your life. Those goals structured into system creates a beautiful life. That's the GPS. The goals structured into system creates a beautiful life because the goal positioning system of your life is fueled by your intent. You go on your phone, you pick it up, and you're like, yo, Siri, I need to go to where? That's when Siri will pull up its information to get you in the formation to go towards that place. But until you say, Google Maps, take me to this location, you're not going to go there. Until you say, this is where I want to grow to, you're not going to go there. So if you've been sick, you have to have an intention to get well, or else you'll never get well. If you've been suffering your thoughts, you have to have an intention to overcome that. If you want to improve your finances, you have to have an intention to do that. And then you put those into specified actions every single day. So there is a constructive power of intention. There's a productive power in intention. There's a manifesting power in intention. Then that's why it's a universal law that we all must honor. Because an intention will set the sail. It will dictate what you give your attention to. It will activate the reticular activating system of your mind to allow you to see things that were already in front of you that you didn't see because you were looking at it from one point of view. Sometimes you're looking at life through other people's lens and you're calling it your life. You're looking at life through other people's lens and you're calling it what you believe to be your own decision. So basically, some people sacrifice what they were born to do what society told them to do in order to get by because they didn't have an intention to begin with, because they never discovered what they had inside of them. And because they never discovered what they had inside of them, they never released what they had inside of them. So they led a life going to the direction that they did not set the sail to. And they get on the boat and they're like, where am I going? Little did you know, you're enslaved. And this is the middle passage. And we call this middle class. In the middle passage of your life. And the whole time you're on the boat and you are living a life where you can sustain your life, but you're not sustaining your spirit. You're not elevated in your spirit. You're not pulled every day. You're not operating in your gift. And because there isn't that intention, it messes up everything. Because there isn't that intention in your job, it messes up how you show up there. There isn't that intention in your relationship, it messes up all of those things. The mess in your space is due to the lack of intent. If you don't have the intention to keep your space clean, of course it's going to be dirty. If you don't have the intention to get better, you're not going to get better. And if you want life to get better, you got to get better. If you want life to change, you have to change. For those of you listening to the podcast, I'm drinking some fresh herbal anxiety. I have to do the whole drip. You can hear the tea. Spill it. And guess what? You can get you some fresh anxiety by going to my website, clicking the link below in the description. You're going to see Get Your Anxiety. It has Lipia alba, lemongrass, and verbena, also known as vervain. All of those are fresh, organic herbs straight from my garden, straight back here. In fact, I could go a few feet away and grab you what's in the tea. And I've dried these up, I put them inside, and then I package them up, and then I ship them with love. And I send you not just the tea, but some motivation with the tea. But so by ordering the tea, you get a special gift. So go to my website, theholisticmotivator.com/online-store, and you're going to be able to get your anxiety. Lipia alba, lemongrass, and verbena, available on sale, $8, very affordable. These fresh organic herbs are meant to reduce depression, anxiety, stress. When I drink it, I'm already getting calm. I'm smoothing it out. I'm just reducing I'm letting go of the expectations so I can grow. I'm letting go of overthinking. I'm just showing up in the spirit of. And then that's getting me in what? It's getting me in a state of inspiration. It's getting me at a peace state in the flow. So that's what the anxiety does for you when you drink it. It has the herbs that reduces melancholy, depression, stress, anxiety, just get you at peace. And these herbs has been here for ages. So be sure to go to my shop, go to theholisticmotivator.com, and get you some fresh anxiety. That was a great commercial, wasn't it? I'm a natural. You become a natural when you have an intention to get better. You become a natural when you tap into the natural abilities that you already have inside of you. That's how you become a natural. In fact, you don't become a natural, you get back to natural. You unlearn the unnatural and you revert to normal. This is normal. This is you. You being able to be in your abilities, your gift, this is normal. Normal is not adhering to what society told you and then going by like a blind man walking through life. Normal is you literally moving forward in that direction of what you intended to do. Every step that you make, you do that with conscious awareness. Every step that you take, do it with conscious awareness. Not just the step that you take outside when you walk, not just the step you take inside, not just the steps you take up the stairs, but I'm talking about the steps in life. Every step that you take, I want you to be conscious in that step. How does the striking, this is one of the mindful movement. This is called conscious movement. When you feel the toes and the heels strike on the floor. So as you go through your day-to-day listening to this podcast, I want you to literally think about, what if I was conscious and was intentional about every step I took? How would my life change if I was conscious and intentional about every step I take? Every step I take, I'm walking the journey that's creating my life. Every step I take, I'm walking the journey that's revealing a beautiful world. Every step I take, I'm getting closer to my dreams. Every step I take, I'm moving farther up. Every step I take, I am transforming how I was to how my being is and how I can be. Every step I take. That is the transformative power of intention, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everybody tapping into the Ed Talks Daily podcast consistently. I appreciate you for tapping in. Shout out to Janelle, who supported me along my journey. We met back in 2020. And she's been part of the Holistic Lifestyle Tribe. Always been tapping in, sharing, and being part of my tribe. Waking up every day, growing together. So shout out to you. I appreciate you. And now the whole world knows that Janelle is in my corner, my corner. She's part of my tribe. Holistic Life. This is our tribe. Holistic Lifestyle Tribe. So y'all make sure y'all go there and join the community, get a community to support you. It's a holistic health support group. You're going to have people that's going to empower you with their stories alone, with their presence alone. And then you're going to get some holistic tools, holistic routines, holistic practices, and holistic guidance to just help you stay motivated, stay on the path to making the best decisions, setting intentions, reviewing your week. This is about structure. It's about order. It's about also you unlearning. It's about you learning. It's just transformative in so many different areas that it can literally transform your life if you let it. If you have an intention to say, I'm going to grow with a community, that's the transformative power of intention. When you say, yo, I want to create new things in my life. I want to transform something. So guess what? I'm going to join a community to empower me. I'm going to join a community that's going to be in my circle. So if you want to join the tribe, sign up for a 3-day trial. Go to holisticlifestyletribe.com and you're going to get access to it. And you're going to get a community, a tribe to support you. So go to holisticlifestyletribe.com. And one of the major things that there is Rise and Prime. Every single rising at 7 a.m. Eastern time, there's something called Rise and Prime. It's a holistic rising routine, and it's going to get you your day going in a positive direction where you're moved, you're empowered, you're motivated. You done checked in on yourself, right? You done grew with a personal development topic of the day. You done mindfully moved through life force energy cultivation, also known as Blue Dragon Qigong, and then you've spoken life to your life with some powerful rising affirmations. That's Rising Prime every single weekday, 7 a.m. Eastern time. The best way to do this every day and build those new habits that's going to build the life that you want is to join the tribe by going to holisticlifestyletribe.com. Another way is to just try out the routine on Monday or Friday, Monday and Friday, or Monday and Friday every week by going to riseandprime.co, because we leave it open for people to get into the experience on Mondays and Fridays. But if you're ready to start your free 3-day trial, go to holisticlifestyletribe.com and join the community. Set intentions, set the sail, decide where you want to go, and find people that's going to support you in going there and growing there and becoming the type of person that can get there. Because the truth is, come closer. You're already there. You're already there. So that's my message, and I'm sticking to it. It's the Holistic Motivator, and I want to give a shout out to everybody. Peace be unto you. Remember, you have the unlimited power in you to create the life that you want, to construct the type of person that you want to be, and to build a lifestyle to help you in doing that. But you have to believe that it's possible for you. And you have to have intention set, because that's what's going to transform your life. Intention sets the sail, goals positioning you well, and the goal positioning system of your life is dependent upon how much intentions you set every day. So get it going. Remember, let your light shine. Don't hide it. Don't dim it. It's the Holistic Motivator, and I want to thank y'all for watching or listening. Peace.